What's his vocation?
He's in music. He's a composer.
Oh, really?
And basically, he can do what he does just about anywhere. He bought out a partnership that was a Chicago-Los Angeles partnership. So he's thinking of moving up to Portland.
That's great.
Yeah.
I was really impressed by this.
You're staying at the JW?
And we ate all over town last night, and people came back raving about the food. You ate.
I went to the Hopcat and had beer.
Hopcat and drink beer. It's a fun place.
And then there were the Greenwell,
yeah.
and one across the street in
Correz. Yeah.
And then some of us ate at the Iron Kitchen at the JW Mayor in the kitchen. The Iron Chef. What do they call it? I don't know.
In the Marriott.
Basically, you make your own dinner.
What a racket.
What a racket.
And they charge you
They charge full price. Yeah, right. Exactly. Well, what would you like for dinner? Of course, I don't cook, so I'm like, my face is falling, you know.
Just put a sandwich together here.
It's a little more than a sandwich in the air. But it was fun. And Grand Rapids just, we went to the Grand. We heard Rick and Bill talk about Mark Price, and everybody came away blown away.
What do you think?
It's brilliant. It's really.
I've had occasion.
The delegations will be coming here.
Yeah,
I agree. That's a game changer.
I think and it's more than about a merit contest. I think all of us are starting to understand that it really is about a conversation, a community conversation about art and design and the urban fabric. In fact, I was quoting you 20 minutes ago with Rick Graffet. You know Rick Graffet? He knows you.
Oh, yes.
He's the American Design Institute,
yes,
or
exactly.
Design
I know.
Association Design.
Yes, of course.
And he was here. They're starting a new chapter in Grand Rapids, and we were talking about the significance of design to Grand Rapids. And I remember you're sitting in my office a year ago, talking about how the deep history of design here, from furniture design to industrial design.
Yeah.
Here we are, a furniture factory, and how that can begin to shape the way we think about ourselves, understand ourselves. And I think it's just fascinating. And Art Prize is another piece of that. It's about, having a conversation as a community around art and culture. Very cool.
Well, then I think there's another layer to it. I mean, it's what really, I think, what interests me in it, beyond the art and culture, which, I'm personally interested in, but I think there's this idea of really creating a platform for people to match themselves, and you think that this time it's about art, but it could be about anything. And they stripped all the middle management, all the bureaucracy out, trusted the market, created an incentive, but let people sort of self-select, self-match. I think it is really, in my mind, that's the other layer of this that I think has application far beyond art and culture. So it's very interesting. And what did you find?
Oh, I thought, the notion that it's sort of an unmediated, unfiltered interconnection between the producer and the consumer, and I think it benefits the community, engages the community in the conversation. But then I think it's going to change. The artists are going to have to think about, how do they relate to the broader community? This is going to be ultimately judged not by, some jury with some aesthetic criteria, but it'll have to engage people. And I think that's going to be a really dramatic
And I don't know yet that the critics understand that. I guess there's still some noise out there about
sure.
how can just people choose great art, and won't they just all vote for their friends?
But how will we have the conversation, engage them in the conversation about what great art is without giving them some voice? What stake do they have?
Right.
If it's going to be decided by the jury.
So you're going to be back next week to see that then, I trust.
I hope so. That would be great.
Well, let's put it this way. He came on a red eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you got to let him get over the sleep deprivation before you ask him to come back.